Hello folks, welcome to Walkie talkie. I believe this is going to be the Donald Trump special. You know, anywhere from 2016 up, everyone thought Donald Trump was the next Satan incarnate. And then I would say in the last 3-4 weeks he's actually pitched an idea since his re-arrival into US politics, the White House. Hi Hamza, how you doing, mate? Is your brother still got some good stuff? Anyway folks, right, Donald Trump is actually proposing something, the end to the Ukraine-Russia war, with people all around the table and hopefully coming up to a truce and basically moving on from the Ukraine-Russia war. He did say one thing that really kind of zoned my emotions. He said he's sick of hearing people dying. You know, no matter what way you think politically, people are dying at too frequent a rate, and especially this Ukraine war. I'm not going to give too much specifics at this point in time about this, but there is somebody that I know of through a friend who has had his foot pretty much blown off. As far as it was told, it was quite a powerful gun. The guy's a young guy, 24. It's absolutely bang out of order. And in that case, you know, his management, or his captain, whatever it's called, right, when the guy gets ready to be discharged out of hospital, he should have a complete discharge out of the country and back into the United Kingdom. That's too much for a young man to go through and expected to go through. No. But as I say, Trump has talked quite largely about this, you know, this end to the war. And you know what, I'm just going to play devil's advocate here. If Donald Trump does end the war, Ukraine and Russia, right, a lot of all these SJW people that have said various things about him over the years will have to be eating humble pie, to be honest. And I would love to see, one, the end of the Russia-Ukraine war, and two, I would like to see these SJWs eat a lot of humble pie. Maybe he might not agree on his political stand, but if he can bring an end to this ridiculous war, excellent. And a cherry on the extra cake, or extra cherry on the cake, might I say, right, we can deal with other cakes later, is that ridiculous $3 billion a year, every year for 100 years contract from Britain to Ukraine, money wise, be halted and the contract be ripped up. That would be the absolute cherry on the cake. Now, another thing that Donald Trump was talking about recently was Prince Harry, also known as Carrot Top. He had lied on documentation to get into US because he was taking drugs as a younger man. I mean, who hasn't? Right? If it's been a bit of weed, fair enough, hash, whatever. Some people have took hallucinogenics. I don't really advise it. Opiates, definitely don't advise that. But he is talking about Prince Harry may have to get some jail time for that. Now, all I can say is it's a little that phrase or that thought school's a bit retroactive. You know, there was a time for him to have been punished, and it's long gone now. There was time he could have been punished, and there was questions about it at the time. Nobody was interested now. In retroactive speaking, apparently, you know, Donald Trump is actually thinking about jailing him. I mean, compared to all the other crimes that are going on in America and around the world, it's not the hugest, and I'm sure Donald probably took a wee bit of weed when he was a young boy, let's be honest, but hey, maybe he didn't. That'd be a shock. But anyway, yeah, generally I do think this whole thing with Trump, if he did pull the end to Ukraine versus Russia, that'd be excellent. And one thing I did notice is a note of observation, right? When this war started, people were putting up a yellow and blue in social media all over the place that honestly looked like a virus, and suddenly everyone just dropped, and I couldn't understand for long enough. And then when I looked into it, Moneybag Zelensky was taking vast swaths of money off the UK, billion here, a billion there, and then Weir Starmer, the vulnerable harmer, proposed him a contract where Britain would give $3 billion a year, every year, for 100 years. And I think either Weir Starmer's maths must be terrible, or Zelensky's maths must be terrible, because no one now lasts 100 years, and I think both of them would be gone by about 80 or 90. The way chemicals get pumped into air and everything else. You know, it's just the way things go. That's just the way things go. There we are. It's just the way, you know, nobody lasts 100. Like I say, the last person I heard was 108. Well, there was 114 years of life somewhere, but in this generation, we get pumped too much chemicals and toxins now, and our worry basket regularly overflows every day. So to expect them to last 100 years, nah, sorry. They'll be away in about 50, 55 years. I just want a $3 billion a year, every year contract to be ended. And I would love, if Trump can do one thing, he can do the other. So I'm going to wrap things up, everyone. Just waiting for my train, so I'll catch you later, and thanks for joining.